For over 6 decades, the Canton Fair has not been just a trade event, it's been a living bridge connecting China with the global markets and remain a constant space for trade, trust, and transformation. As China advances its 15th five-year plan between 2026 and 2030, focusing on high-level opening up, the role of the fair and China more broadly is becoming more and more vital in the world. And today we are happy to have guests, Ms. Madinat from Nigeria, and Mr. Chad from Canada, and Mr. Bilal from the UK, telling the stories of Canton Fair and the expectations of how China will actively reshape the global markets in the next 5 years. I'd like to start with the Canton Fair. I know some of you have been here many times, but while for some of others, it's maybe your first visit. Ms. Madinat.
Thank you.
How many times have you attended the Canton Fair, and what keeps you coming back?
Okay, thank you very much. I've been attending Canton Fair for the past 12, I've been coming to China for the past 12 to 13 years, and I've been attending Canton Fair consecutively for the past 8 years.
Yeah.
To search for business matchmaking in production, which has really helped our company to grow in terms of production. We do light packaging, so we come to Canton Fair to look for machineries, and we're able to get a lot of Chinese business factory that are into production of machinery in light packaging business.
Yeah. So what about Chad Peterson?
Yeah, countless trade shows in China.
Yeah.
I started coming here for work in 2001.
Oh, it's a long time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, it's a long time. And I lived in Shanghai for 11 years during that time. I've been watching these trade shows change and just get better and better. I remember they used to be very. I remember setting up in trade shows here, and there was a lot of paint fumes and cigarette smoke, and I just noticed now like how much more things are just, even with the windows open and very fresh and breezy and very relaxed feeling, carpeted floors, low ambient noise, and it just on a much classier level than I can remember from the past. But it was fun back then. It was fun and wild, but I think it's definitely matured a lot.
Okay, so Mr. Bilal, I know it's your first time. Anything impressed you a lot so far?
In particular, it's very professional. The layout is very good. Great selection of booths, stands, and just overall very, very impressed. I've been coming to China, same as Chad, since 2001.
Yeah.
This is my first time at the Canton Fair. I've been to the Hong Kong one earlier, but no, it's huge. It's just like a city, trying to get around it. But I'm very impressed, and the people are so polite. I think people generally in China are very polite, but here everyone is just so helpful, from registration to directions to the food. Very, very impressed.
So speaking of the Canton Fair, it has successfully been held for over 100 sessions. So from your perspectives, why has it remained a bridge connecting China and the global markets?
From my limited experience, just from the last few days, I think it's a very good connector between. Well, I'm speaking from a British perspective.
Yeah.
Our British design is always seen as subtle, reserved, slightly reserved, not too ostentatious, and I think it blends in quite well with the innovation that China offers now. I think maybe China had a PR problem maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, copying this, that. But I think the Chinese now, especially when you look into materials, the composites that they're using, because I use composites in my bags, in some of my other products, and the innovation that they have with materials far outstrips what I've been working with in the West even.
Exactly.
So it's a great It's a great combination between the two, and I can learn from a Chinese company what they can offer me. I might have the design, but they might like refine it using the kind of materials that they're offering, which I might not even have known about.
What about our Canadian friend?
You know, over these past few years, there's been a strong development of even further relationship, Belt Road, this. Obviously with Guangzhou being so close to Hong Kong, I think there's always been a international relationship with the Canton region, and so it's a great place for trade. People feel comfortable to come here from all around the world. The city has always had this kind of cosmopolitan interaction, but now it's just so much more developed, and the way what struck me, like even here at the show, is that the people who are working in the canteen, they're all speaking English. I was stunned. In all my years of experience in China, I would expect that I would speak Chinese to somebody in a corner store. I wouldn't expect that they would have but here it looks like the effort that's been made to create a sense of welcome and multiculturalism is fantastic. So if that's the steps that China is making in simple things like a corner store in a trade show, then how much more are they doing for international trade with other countries and things?
Well, for me, because the Canton Fair is just a bridge for people, newcomers that are coming. China is a very big country, and each province there are different trade. You understand?
Exactly.
And if you come to Canton Fair, it's very easy for you to locate. You have 3 sections, 1, 2, 3 of different trade. So it's very easy for you to locate what you want. Even if you are going to follow up and go to their factory to continue the business, I think that one is a very good one to connect the global with the global trade. That's one. Then 2, then those days it's very difficult to speak the language barrier. Very difficult. If you want to have any business, you either have somebody that will translate. It's making business so very difficult. But now it has changed. We have the use of the translators. Then a lot of Chinese, they are learning English, so it's easy to connect with the global business people, and it's making things easy. Then for the Canton Fair, they are making everything to be seamless. It's very interesting and quite appreciative. Then from the stage of where you want to get your tag, it's seamless. You can do that online. Just come here, put your QR code. It's easy. Then a lot of Chinese, they are there to help, friendly, putting you through to get whatever you want. So they are making a very good connect with the global business. So it's a very good.
And of course, Mr. Chat, I know your products are highly sensitive to maybe safety or quality or even cost. So the 15th five-year plan is pushing manufacturing toward smarter and a greener transformation as well. So will this increase your sourcing costs, and do you see any opportunities from that plan?
I mean, costs are going up no matter what. I don't think that that's going to be the thing that that pushes those sourcing costs up, because that things got greener or they got smarter. The world is looking for intelligent products, and I'm in the baby products industry, so we're finding that whether it's baby monitors or fabrics that are being used for sleepers, all of these things are becoming either more green or more technologically advanced, and so I don't think that I don't think that's going to cause a major effect on my costs. I think it's going to, being here, give me opportunity to be able to see how things can go from one industry to another. I may go into this, after this interview, I'll go to the health science area, and see what kind of interesting things there that I can adapt into baby sector.
I think low carbon development is also pivotal when designing a product, right? So is that something that you have to consider?
I've always had, as a designer, I've always had my eye on sustainability and lack of animal cruelty. And we don't use leather, for example, in our bags. We use cork and PU. So I think, yes, it's something, again, with Chad, I think when you're buying a car, you think more of your footprint, your carbon footprint, rather than buying a small bag or something like that. But it's a concern of consumers that they choose to buy something which is sustainable, and I think that does tie in with the 5-year plan. But I think generally we've always stuck to that, and I don't think it changes that much with our business.
Okay. So speaking of the Canton Fair, this year it has highlighted the digital trade and the green products. And Nigeria is one of Africa's largest digital economies. And how can it work with China to accelerate the digital transformation in your country?
Yeah, that's a very good one, and that is what we are looking up to, for China and Nigeria to have collaboration in this digital transformation. We're actually looking to get to do more on that. It's very important for us, and that is why we are here for serious business, to collaborate with Chinese government for this digital transformation. Is what we are looking into, so that we can do more in the area of digitalization in Nigeria.
Yeah. So in terms of a trade and a business, I'm wondering that how that Trump's tariff policies impacting your business so far.
Well, with me being based in North America, there's obvious impact. In our trade business in Canada, we had spent a lot of time in the last 5 or 6 years focusing on trying to expand business in the U.S. specifically. And as we're doing all of our manufacturing, or the majority of it, in China, that put a real damper on things. When all of a sudden you couldn't ship product, or you couldn't do it cost effectively anymore. What it's done is it's caused us to, obviously, luckily that wasn't our only business. We shifted a lot more of our weight back into Canada, but have looked for new opportunities. We opened a new office in Panama and started to interact with the emerging markets in Latin America, and that's been really successful, actually.
Did you transfer or shifting your market to another country?
Yeah, because the uncertainty of the U.S. There's, how do you know what's going to happen today or tomorrow? We could buy container loads of product right now, and before the product hits the water, maybe the tariff changed. Maybe it's gone, 30%, 100%. Maybe it's gone to zero. We just don't know. And I'm not here to play gambling. I would go to Las Vegas or Macau if that's what I wanted to do.
Okay. Okay, what about Mr. Balal?
I think when all this turbulence regarding the tariffs was first announced, maybe few months ago, we were concerned as well about China. We were just about to start manufacturing here with a different factory. But I think if you take in the short term, I don't think anybody can know what's going to happen with Trump, and he's very whimsical, and trade policy is not really aligned with anything. It's very, it's reflexes, and I just think that we take a long-term view. We take a long-term view that eventually China is still the factory of the world. We will manufacture here. We'll also manufacture in other countries, in Bangladesh, in India, maybe Philippines. But essentially, the best is here. And I think over time, it could be 6 months, it could be 1 year, maybe less, maybe more. It'll be uniform. And I think whatever tariffs there are, they'll be fine. I think we'll manage with them. And I think even last week, with the meeting between Xi Jinping and whatever, they were talking about 10%, 15%. So I think I don't think we should focus too much on the short-term turbulence.
Sure, long-term.
Yeah, thank you. That's same for me. Nigeria, we are giving 14%. So it makes us to do more. Some of our things have been sanctioned, but nevertheless, we have to focus on the ones that we can do more on it. So with that 14%. That's why we are here in China, to encourage manufacturers to come to Africa, produce, so that we can have more opportunity to export more, even with the 14% tariff. I don't say it as a problem. What we just need to do is just to do more. And I know, like you have said, it's just a short-term thing.
Yeah.
So,
China has been Africa's largest trading partner. So what new role would you like to see China play in the cooperation between China and Nigeria, especially in like a technology or infrastructure?
Yeah, that's a very good one. What Africa, Nigeria to be precise, is looking for in this cooperation or collaboration is for Chinese companies to come to Africa, to come and establish. We want the collaboration to be so cordial, to come and establish. So transfer of technology can come up, then that opportunity can use to serve the whole African country. Nigeria is a very big country, so we want the collaboration beyond coming to come and buy and take home to sell. We want those companies, investors, to come together, collaborate with Nigerian government, manufacturing, industry, in most especially in agriculture, to transform, to take the technology here in China to Africa, so that we can build on that to develop more for the cooperation to last longer. So that's just my take for regarding this.
Yeah, and what about Mr. Bilal? Because China has been, the UK has been the third largest trading partner of China in Europe, and the trading volume between the two countries, I mean China and the UK, was over 98 billion US dollars, excuse me, last year. So you have more expectations for the cooperation between the two countries?
Absolutely. I can see overall the trade between UK and China will increase exponentially, not just because of new innovative products from both sides, but also the materials, cars, for example. I think what Chad was saying about the BYD. I think because the UK has quite a mature charging environment, that has, and I think the perception of Chinese products generally has evolved and increased, and therefore people are buying more Chinese cars over European cars traditionally, or even Japanese cars. And I think that's a big driver, the automotive industry, because they're big ticket products. But I think generally, yes, I can see UK-China trade increasing a lot.
What about Chad?
Oh, I think that you know, there were some points that you made about Chinese corporations, and I think that in a lot of aspects in the way that people are looking, you know, in the globe, is that there's this corporate responsibility. And when you were talking about calling on firms to come to Africa and to establish businesses, I could see that as well. Like we're suffering from recession in Canada, you know, to some extent as well. Some people might say not, but it sure feels like that in my retail stores. And I think that people could look at Chinese investment as a way to make a beachhead in those areas, but even more so, it could be a way for as they grow as a nation, as a leader in strength and in technology, that they could reach out to share with the world, give people jobs, give opportunities, and you know, show this stewardship of the in return, because the whole world has helped. I mean, China has grown. There's no question, but it's grown on the a big part of the income that they've made from all the countries that have spent their money here. And so I think it's a great trade back that of what you were saying, is that they would come and they would spend their money with you or with me or with you, and that we trade this way. that the jobs can spread out, and that there's not things aren't just caught in one place, and there isn't these that maybe the global factory here finds its way to reach out into other parts of the world and push this technologies back, because it's not a hand built factory thing anymore. There's machines doing it. There's technology doing it, and I think that. In the same way that other technologically advanced countries have helped to develop the world, it's an opportunity for China to be now a benevolent operator and help the world grow. Maybe that's what the Belt and Road thing is. Yes. Maybe that's what each of these things are consecutively, the 5-year plans on top of each other. And I, maybe I'm just ignorant to what's happening already because I've been on the wrong side of the world for a while. But I think that there's definitely opportunity for even more development and more growth and more cooperation.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. And thanks for coming here today.
Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
China is embracing the world as it continues to open up its economy. The world can count on China not only as a supplier, but also as a strategic partner in building a more resilient and connected global economy. Thanks for watching.